resolution for a senior.
Exactly. Yeah, it was $9,500 for a shipping this month.
Sorry, I am spread out here. How's your day?
I'm making mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Arthur, do you want to lead us in the pledge, please, and thank you. So at 6 o'clock, guys, I figured we'd get started. So it's to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, good evening, folks. Just a reminder, this is a budget workshop, allowing the board to kind of walk through the budget that we are currently, that we're working with. Any questions, raise your hand, but for the most part, we're just trying to get through this stuff and as much as we can in the first hour. So I believe we left off at cultural and other culture and recreational.
Yes, that's where
Okay.
I start.
Okay, so let's let her rip. So we are seeing, and where's my, oh, shoot, my cheat sheet. A7.
Oh, absolutely.
A6, A7. Oh, here we go. Okay, all right. Did you repeat? Because I'm trying to remember where the $1,000 jump came from in this.
I'm not sure. I was more concerned with this total.
Yeah.
This total budget, not each individual line.
All right. Hey, Pete, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at other culture and recreational, and we had a $6,000, looks like 6,000, we bumped it to 7. Can you, and unfortunately, I'm looking at my cheat sheet, and that's really, there's nothing here.
Yeah, so other cultural and recreation has been used for programming outside of specific like youth. Um, we're trying to expand our offerings outside of the summer specifically. We dip into that when we need to for things like Fourth of July, lights on.
Because it keeps.
As
Oh,
an
okay.
example,
All right.
we're going to be offering a fall line dancing
Okay.
program here at Tannery Pond. Again, it's not targeting youth, so this is a pool of money for recreational programming or cultural programming outside of what we do all summer long, basically.
Okay, all right,
So I'm just looking to increase that line a little bit so I can add a little more to what we've been offering.
okay, good enough. Any thoughts on that from the board?
No, because it doesn't impact the overall.
No, I know.
Well,
I
yeah,
just want
yeah,
to,
no,
I just
yeah.
was looking for
For the-
more clarity.
And
on
I'm
that.
glad we're able to do some more stuff in the fall.
Okay. Jim Arnold, anybody?
No problem.
Okay, all right, good enough. All right, home and community services, this is zoning. We're looking at a 4% increase for salary. And then what
For
is, con-
for the RZEO.
yeah, for CEO, correct, yep. And then I'm looking at contractual is going to remain the same. Any problem? Anybody have any problem with that? Okay.
I am happy we have a ZEO.
Yeah, same here. Okay. Next, planning, looks like a 13% bump in personal services, and then contractual, a drop of 33.
So it all goes
Yeah,
down.
yep. Okay, any questions or concerns about that one? Seeing none, moving on. All right, comprehensive plan is done. Recycling. Now, this I think has a lot to, this actually has the reduction has a lot to do with the fact that the county's stepped in and doing a fair amount of hauling. So a reduction of about 30% there. I can't imagine.
It's twofold. It's the reduction in cost associated with the county hauling and the increased efforts that we're making to improve our recycling practices, getting essentially more bang for our buck with each haul, reducing the total number of hauls per year, and that second staff is really making that possible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good reduction in expenses there.
And the county's going to keep up with that, you think, those?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, we got some great news.
Yeah.
Not that this is necessarily the appropriate time for it, but the county wrote and received a grant. They will be able to purchase a new truck
Yep.
For next year, and the grant will cover 3 years of another full-time driver.
Yep.
So
Awesome.
any concerns we had about
Yeah,
them
no, they're not,
being able to
they're,
keep up,
no,
they're gone.
That's
No.
fantastic.
yeah,
Good to
They've
know.
done a fantastic job. The county really should be commended for how they've been able to adjust so quickly and do such a good job.
So that's great news, Pete.
okay, sewer administration. So. Right, okay,
There was some expenses, so that 13,000 is a number that will go into the sewer budget when we get there as being owed. But it was prior to the sewer vote, so there was no capital project, but we were tracking those expenses, make sure that when it came on. But that line will never be needed again because sewer will be its own.
okay, all right, so, all right.
So that 13,000 needs to be paid back, is what you're saying? Is that ARPA funds?
No, there was a lot of ARPA funds used towards the sewer, and when they had already allocated the ARPA money elsewhere.
Gotcha.
So when we ran out of ARPA funds, it was just a little bit of money, the boat was kind of expensive and whatnot.
Yep.
So I just tracked it, just again, knowing that it's a special description, it really should be
Yep.
paid
So it'll be paid back from the sewer district?
Yeah, so it'll be one of the things that we include, because we have the, we have some interest that's gonna be owed to the general fund. So we'll include this as one lump sum of this money that's owed from one fund to the other. In that sewer budget.
Yeah, sure.
Where would the, maybe Jim knows this, where would the money be for running the treatment facility? In this line?
No,
No,
no, it'll be its own separate budget.
Yeah. Yeah, so like the water district has its own budget, the sewer district will have its own budget. Right.
That EDU number has two parts, it's the user fee for operations and then user fee for debt service.
Debt service being on the bond.
Bond and loan.
Well,
Bond, yeah.
At the end of the project, there'll be a very long bond, and that's what
Refuse and garbage, again, a little bit of a bump in personal services, but then as far as equipment and contractual, a significant decrease, again, thanks to the county doing the hauling, and I'm guessing probably some of the money as far as what we're getting for metal. Is that part of this here as well, Peter? No, am I in the wrong spot?
Not reflected in these numbers necessarily. What it comes down to is we had a number of sort of one-time expenses. The installation of the scales,
Right.
some other improvements that we've been working through. We're not completely where we want to be just yet, but we've worked through a lot of the really big items. And so now those one-time expenses are starting to be able to fall off a little bit. That's really why the equipment line's dropping so much. The contractual line, you hit the nail on the head, the county's doing a great job. Our expenses are expected to go up about 15% next year. But with them getting the grant for the new truck and the drivers, like that's gonna help us keep those costs down. Yeah, we're really starting to get things streamlined up there, and we're getting a heck of a lot closer to where we need to be.
Okay. All right, any other, good on that one? Okay. Let's see, community beautification, that's kind of a zero. Cemetery, looking at a 4% increase, and then contractual, any questions or thoughts on the cemetery and that budget line, those budget lines?
Is that for the mowing and helping with all of that? Because I know it's a lot of work.
So the personnel line is for our up to 30 hours a week, one person who is dedicated to cemeteries. For the third year in a row, that's allowed me to make sure that all 13 cemeteries that we are responsible for taking care of were both 5 times between Memorial Day and Labor Day.
Awesome.
We're able to assist the cemetery volunteers with different projects. We're able to make sure that things are looking good for the special events like this past history weekend. The contractual line, it really just pays for some fuel and blades for the mowers, some cleaning solution for the headstone. Yeah, I think we're getting some pretty good bang for our buck there.
Good.
I hope that folks are happy with the condition of the cemetery.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's great that
Mhm.
there's someone that can be dedicated to that because we have a lot of cemeteries.
We do, and I won't, we do have other staff that helps out from time to time if we get bad weather and get in a pinch or whatever, but it's so nice to just have someone who can dedicate their time to rotating through, and we never have a cemetery that's weeks and weeks and weeks without mowing and getting really, shaggy. So far, so good.
Good.
Okay, super, thanks. All right, food pantry, just so everybody's aware, working on a local law and then an agreement between the food pantry and the town. That will be in place shortly. You had a question about the amount given to the food pantry?
I just have a question, a couple of questions in
Sure.
general. I don't think anyone's here to answer them. I guess my first question is going to be whether or not there are residency requirements for use of the food pantry.
to the best of my knowledge, there are not, but I was there last Tuesday and I asked the question as to how many of the people coming through were Johnsburg residents. And they said it wasn't 100%, but it was very close. It was well into the high 90s.
And then another question I guess I have is there income limits or requirements in order to use the services?
I don't know that I have that answer.
So people have to go and show,
I don't believe so. I believe that I've read it actually says no income requirements. I don't think they should, how can they check?
Well, I'm not
Show at the food bank.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's nothing.
so I love the work that they do. I think it's fantastic. I think our community needs it. I'm uncomfortable. It's a charitable organization. And by increasing budget lines, it becomes forced charity.
Mhm.
I understand things are challenging, things are difficult. Things that are happening in Washington are trickling down and having a direct impact here in our community. But I don't think that the town of Johnsburg can be the social welfare net for the region. So my question would be, how much are they asking of Minerva? How much are they asking of Chestertown? How much are they asking of Indian Lake and our other surrounding communities? Or if they're not doing that, then our taxpayers and our taxpayer funds shouldn't be going to people that are outside of Johnsburg or people that could afford it, but they just choose to go there and get discounted food.
So I was on the board of the outreach center, and anecdotally speaking, people do not take advantage of it. There are a lot of people who work seasonally, and when they were in between jobs and they could not afford food, they used it, and when they got hired, they stopped using it. So anecdotally, because of the people who work there was not abuse of the system. It also helps the students at the school. We have a lot of students at the school who are on the backpack program. We have a lot of families who, for reasons that are none of our business, end up living with grandparents or in situations where they are food insecure on the weekends. So it does help the majority of people who are in our community, I would say. Minerva has its own backpack program that is funded by their taxpayer dollars, and its own food pantry.
Gotcha.
So Indian Lake does as well. Chestertown does as well. Chestertown and Horicon have an amazing one that we actually did a visit with the Adirondack Community Foundation. There was a lot of talk and cross-pollination among them on how they can help themselves, help each other. But I think because everybody who works there knows each other, there's really very little people taking advantage of the system. And I know that from working there.
Anything?
Yeah, I think we need to just be real conscientious when we write a contract.
Okay.
I
I don't mind putting a limit on it, Jim.
No, I don't- I-
No.
Yeah, yeah.
No, and I mean, not to get political, but this area overwhelmingly voted for Stefanik and Trump. And it's their very policies that are increasing the need for food of this service. We as a town can't be the social welfare net. Is there education going on as to what the big picture is for these people that are coming in? So, you know, I think the program is great. It's a charitable organization. And I think we need to be careful that we don't make mandated charitable contributions.
So are you comfortable with 15 or? Yeah,
Over the years, through the town records, there's recordings of where the town procured for, from 200 years ago. So I'm not sure why we couldn't support something for that.
well, no, we're not saying, I think where Jim's going with this is we increased it by $2,000 last year, I believe, yes. And then this year, we're looking at increasing it by 3,000. And I think and again, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I think what we're looking at is how much is enough? At what point, where do we say, again? I,
If you're hungry, I
don't
think
this
if,
much about going on.
you know,
So again, I think so Dina, just so you're aware, I don't think it's about supporting it. It's at what level do we support it and for how long? It's 15,000. We gave 12,000 last year. It's 15,000 for this year. Plus Pete, I think, what did you figure, Pete, about $3,600 thereabouts of time and gas and that type of stuff? Um,
We
it-
do provide non-monetary support.
Right.
by way
Correct,
of
yeah, in kind,
In-kind services with
Right.
transportation.
right. And I think if you told me, if I remember correctly, around, you figured between $3,500 and $3,600 that we are,
About $3,000.
okay. Yeah, Chris, yes.
I, just backtrack for a second. I helped start the backpack program in Southern New York. We're feeding 189 kids yearly. Secondly, my father was one of the original founding members of the Adirondack Outreach. Thirdly, if it's a measure of one's community, how we support our people. And with all the cutbacks that are going on, I understand costs, trust me, because it's very expensive. However, if we do not support our poor, no, hear me out. If we do not support our poor, your social costs will be going up. And you gotta bear that in mind.
But Chris, I think what you're missing is, we're not talking about cutting it. We're talking about at what level do we continue to do this? That's where I'm,
There are cuts other areas. And this is something that needs to be taken into account. And we need to support our community.
I'm not arguing that point at all.
Chris,
No,
one
I-
thing to look at is, these monies all come from taxpayer monies.
Right,
Right, so now I take my mother, for example, fixed income, limited income. When we agree to give help, we're giving certain help that's taking away from her ability to pay other things. If we do not want to go into this willy-nilly, we want to be, as we're saying, careful of what we're doing to spend our money. We got to be sure that we're doing it right and not doing it excessively. I don't say don't support it, we must, but perhaps look at other ways to gain support for it too, not just out of the taxpayer pocket.
do you want to keep it at 15 or what do you?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to be,
It's a budget discussion. They're asking for more money. I think it's important to have the discussion.
Mhm.
Just because there is a discussion does not mean that you don't support something. People need to step away from that rhetoric. Stop. All right? We're having a discussion as a board. There's some questions that I have.
Mhm.
An additional question would be, what is the school's contribution?
Well, what's the difference? You just made my point. Right, so what's the difference?
I can certainly ask the question.
Right. So
That's all. I asked the question.
I say we leave it at 15, but I would like some answers,
Got it.
right?
Yep.
And we need to have a contract that represents and makes
The most
sure
of it.
that it's for our Johnsburg taxpayers.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
We have a question up in the top. here.
I just have,
Or
I just have
comment.
a comment question. So it's great what they do, that they provide there. It is a nonprofit, and I would wish they would do more, because they have like almost $400,000 in cash.
Thanks. All right. Next is employee benefits, which is significant, as you can see from the numbers. Retirement system up 37. Social security contributions up 40. We got a drop. There's a couple of drops. I want to say workers' comp, and then also unemployment. But again, it's where we sit right now. I know for a fact that when it came to in benefits, we had a county, they did a presentation, and it was the biggest expense that they've got right now, and it's probably ours as well. Any thoughts?
It's under 4%.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. And transfer funds. Let's see here. We are on to. Where are we gonna go?
Revenues.
We want to do revenues? Okay. Okay, revenues, we're looking at real property tax. Budget of 361,971, up almost 4%. Then real property tax items, late taxes. This year's budget is for 2,000. And then non-property tax items split with highway, OC tax, sales tax.
Yeah,
And
just all the way to sale of property and compensation, sale of others. We're taking out the 150,000 in revenue from property, correct?
Yep. What line is that? Where is that down? Jim?
Second page of the revenue,
Thank you.
A2655.
And, sorry, to skip past this really quick. If we go back to the interest expense fees on real property, we can bump that 2,000 to an EC 5,000.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
And that's conservative, we could probably reverse this, but I mean, we don't want to inflate it too far.
Okay.
No. Okay. All right. Thanks tonight.
Sale of, oh, the 150, and so that's been taken out.
May I ask another question?
Yeah.
I asked this before at one of the meetings about the sale of the properties, we're not selling any properties?
We are, it's where I've got to get, quotes, not quotes, proposals from realtors, yes. Let's see. Yeah, let's begin. I'll sidebar, Chris, okay? All right. Let's see here, where are we? Where did you leave off, Jim? Fines, forfeitures, where were you? I missed this.
That was it. I just jumped to sales on it.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Miscellaneous,
Hold on a second. We do sales tax here?
yes, I
Yes.
believe we did, yes.
So I have a question on that. It's great that we're grateful for a good handle on estimating the sales tax revenue. We typically under accrued, right? So it's great we're getting it up. But my question is, it's increasing by 14% here, but in highway, you're increasing sales tax revenue by 31%. Why?
I haven't gotten a highway yet, chief.
I know it's all the same, it's all sales and tax, it's gonna be allocated. So if this went up 14% here, that's going up 31% in highway.
It could be, Patrick, I don't know. The answer would be that maybe some more of the sales tax is being used to offset the highway budget than was done last year. So it's a reflection of the amount of sales tax it's being used to offset his budget.
Like historically, any difference, or labor, any difference in sales tax from budget to actual, that difference will always appear within the general fund, never in the highway. So it's great we're increasing it, but we're not guaranteeing that increase.
to get, jump to that one.
So I'll double check that number, but I roughly split 65-35, and the number is off of math projection.
Okay.
So I will double check to make sure that I did math correct.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I brought that over, but
Am I correct if we can move money from the general fund to the highway, but we can't move from the highway to the general?
That is correct, yes.
Wouldn't it be wiser to put the half of the sales tax in the general fund in that regard?
Bruce,
You can move it from the general fund, you can't move it from the highway fund. Put more money in the highway fund, you're not gonna be able to get it out if you don't need it. And right now, your highway fund over the last 23 months has been without reserves in excess of $1 million. Every month. On that. Are you including 620 without reserves?
I'm unfortunately, because we're jumping all over, I'm at a loss. Where's highway?
On track.
Yep, all right, you know what, let's keep going on this one. We're gonna go to, yeah, can we just keep moving along on this one, guys? Remember, workshop, we will have a preliminary, and everybody can weigh in once we get the preliminary published and out, all right? Let's just allow us to finish this up.
Totals,
Totals,
total revenues and other sources.
yep, which is, we're looking at a appropriated fund balance, an increase of about 9%. Other
So
revenues,
we've been, I'm sorry, we just because we
I'm
moved
sorry,
around a
yeah,
lot, yeah. Just-
Sorry,
No,
Mom.
no, that's okay. I just want to make sure, are we back on the page where we were talking about
We-
we were talking about the occupancy tax and then we moved,
okay, so there's NICLAS, here's miscellaneous, and now we are on page 3 of general fund
general fund,
worksheet.
okay,
Yep,
thank you.
Yep.
I was flipping around. I wanted to make sure we're
Yeah,
all. I was on the same
understood.
page. Okay,
Okay.
state aid,
yep. You sound like me. Lucky you. All right,
So we have total revenues of 1.7 roughly million,
yep,
budget of 2.1, which is a 2.45 increase in the
Yep.
budget from last year to this year, using 397,198 in fund balance.
mhm,
So 400,000 in fund balance.
okay,
thanks, Jim.
all right. Next up,
Quick question on mortgage tax. For 23, revenue got 60 grand, 58 grand, 24.
Patrick, I'm not even sure you're at.
Patrick, could you tell us the page? That would just be helpful. Thank you.
page 3 of general fund.
Thank you.
And that mortgage tax, that's when you buy or sell a home in town of Johnsburg, you pay that state tax, that's where that money is, right?
I don't
believe,
really understand mortgage tax, that's why I've been hesitant to speak about that.
That's mortgage recording tax.
It's just a question, it's been pretty high, 23, 24, you should do the same amount. But it's on 24 and 23.
I bumped it 5,000.
okay, all right.
I'm sorry, what was that, Janae?
She bumped it $5,000.
I bumped it 5,000, it was 59 and 23, 58 and 24. We've only got our first disbursement, which was 42, and we had only budgeted 45, so I bumped it to 50. I mean, you could probably conservatively go to 55 if you wanted,
Okay.
I'm
but
comfortable,
I don't know what it is, so
I'm comfortable with 50. Okay, all right. Next is page 1 of the highway fund. So let's see here. This is contractual training, 5,000, no change. Maintenance of streets up 8%. That's personnel services. Contractual remaining the same with, and the 8% bump, is that additional employees? Is that an additional employee? Is that why we're seeing 8? Because I don't know. It's perks.
Is this under contractual?
I hate all these papers.
So
Yeah,
MEOs to MEOLs.
Okay,
So
so it's an increase, oh, okay, so an increase, pay increase, okay.
To move people away from the MEO position to the MEOL position created quite a difference. in
Okay.
people.
All right, so that's where that's from, okay. All right. Permanent improvement highway. Again, equipment. Up by 18.
So in the narrative, that talks about, yeah, that's moving extra into our CHIPS line, and the money will come from a highway reserve and not come from taxes, the same. So,
Just as
yeah,
offset on the
yeah.
other side by the same, whatever number you put on the expense side.
Okay,
Offsetting it with chips on the other side.
okay.
Okay,
And just a note on that, I've been working with Fred to get the 284 agreement, which is the CHIPS construction, finished and completed. We almost had it ready for this meeting. There were a couple of changes that needed to be made. We weren't able to get it to Gene in time. So we will have that 284 agreement for the next town board
Awesome.
meeting. So
Good.
the expenditures are included in there. It's the paving, it's the bridges, it's the culverts.
Awesome.
Okay.
And Fred, the narrative is very helpful. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
I just have a quick clarifying question. So that line item includes CHIPS, Pave New York, and the other two state funding things, correct? Or is that just specific to CHIPS?
They're all considered the same. There's 4 chips, Pave New York, EWR, and Pave Our Pothole. They all fall under that, and it's dispersed the same from the state. Just on 4 different lines instead of.
And our balance currently for the state is $1,070,000, correct?
I didn't bring the chip stuff up, so you know. what-
Yeah.
We spent probably 500,000, so we're down. We're probably 500 and change right now.
Okay.
And we still haven't put in the last chip report. I got the name sitting on the desk.
Okay, all right.
Just have a question. So when CHIPS, right, they're on a different fiscal year than we are. So when they give out their budget, right, they give out their budget for 26 in March, is it, and everything?
April, it comes out after
April.
the state budget passes.
Yeah. So you don't ever modify our budget, because right now, we're missing the 2026 state aid for published in April.
So Fred gets the letter in April and he knows how much he has. If he was able to do the full $591,000 in work and he wanted to do another $300,000 paving project, we would just do a budget amendment, raise the revenue, raise the expenditure, and it's not a problem.
Okay, but yeah, that's great. You keep making sure we do it early enough, because Fred needs a lot of time planning activities, right? He kind of needs to know early on, if Pat comes to us lined up to pay, we need to get.
Well, he knows what his rollover is, so once he gets the first letter in April, then he knows he can plan from there if he wants to adjust. Whether he received more or less, he can always adjust after he receives.
It's always fun, I mean, I'm impressed. Town John is the highest, second highest allocation in North County.
Okay.
Highway, biggest highway department.
Yeah, and it goes to like 10% every year, so I'm doing maybe budget for some of that now.
All right.
You know, it's fun.
Let's see, line item for machinery, equipment, there's no change. Snow removal, looks like we got a 9% bump. Again, I'm guessing that's people overtime, that type of thing, right? Yep. All right,
Contractual, the 50,000 increase from 100 to 150 is for the purchase of sand.
sand, right, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah, okay.
And that's all in preparation of
Yep.
proclamation and thinking ahead and all of
Yep.
that, so,
Yep.
thank you.
Okay. Pit closure,
So that's where at last budget meeting, I suggested that that Pete was probably going to be heading that up and that we put $75,000 on a separate budget line in Pete's Parks budget. We would need, I believe, Danae, correct me if I'm wrong, we'd need to pass a resolution to form that budget line in the Parks Department.
If you're doing it outside of the budget process, yes, but if we're just forming, because it's actually a subcode and the
Yep.
controllers doesn't care about subcodes, they only care about the point four. So when we
Yep.
report that, everything reports up to point four, no matter what we've broken out.
Yep.
But if we do
Okay.
it within the budget, we don't need to do it as a separate resolution because you approve the budget as a
Yep.
whole. So anything that we add in.
So it would be taking 75,000 in the proposed 2026 budget from Fred's line pit closure to Parks pit closure. I've talked to Fred quite a bit about this. We're going to add into the 284 agreement that it would be also helping
Right.
in the parks, and that then takes care of any reimbursement from Parks to Highway that we would need to do. So
okay.
that's.
And do we need to do
board can
anything to
weigh in.
protect that line for making sure it's just used for pit closure, or just keeping it as that contractual line is enough? Like just that moving it, making it a point four is good, just keeping it like that is easy?
That'll track it.
That'll track it?
Yeah.
You may want to, if you haven't spent it at the end of next year, you may want to revisit it as far as why didn't it get spent and what do you want to do? I would have to look to see if it qualifies for reserve, because not everything
Sure,
does.
I'm sure it will be spent, but
Or if
yeah.
you were, if you had something started, you didn't get finished, it might qualify for an incumbent.
okay, okay,
But you could revisit that at the end of next year if you didn't want that to roll into something.
okay, perfect.
Jim, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
When you proposed that last time, you were moving the expense, and was it 75,000 of property taxes? So you didn't change the split on sales.
Yeah, so from a revenue standpoint, yeah. So revenue standpoint, 75,000 less to the highway, increase to the general, so that it's an even wash across.
And we were doing that on the property tax side, though, correct?
Correct.
And was everybody, is that, because I didn't make that change before, it was a little on board.
It's gonna come from sales tax, or property tax?
Doesn't matter.
We're getting big bump in sales tax.
Um,
Up to you guys.
thoughts? I mean, it's coming, it's revenue line,
Yeah,
whether it's sales tax or property tax. I'm not sure which,
and what's the,
what's
The
the
cost
benefit?
benefit.
Yeah. I don't know, is there a real benefit to sales versus
Janae, what's your
property?
thoughts on that?
Because it's a specific dollar amount, it's easier to take it out of sales tax, or out of property tax, because again, we've always split sales tax 65-35. So if we're taking 75,000 out, we would just have to figure out what is the new percentage split. So,
Okay,
Yeah, but the only thing is, Rick, as we mentioned before, we've always under accrued sales tax, which means increase our tax levy.
right, but I think it's more of a, well, I'm, Jim, thoughts, sales tax or,
Whatever
Proper-
makes it easier for Danae.
yeah,
I mean,
Come on, that's not about easy.
at the end of the day,
it's all.
at the end of the day, it's gonna be
all
revenue and it,
revenue
It's a
and
revenue
revenue.
issue.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's, Bruce, yes.
So we're equating what the taxpayers pay in property tax to what we generate in sales tax, right? Doesn't matter, is that what you're saying?
It's gonna come from a revenue line.
I understand that, but you're saying you're equating what the property tax payers pay in their property tax. And you're saying it's the same as sales tax, there's no difference, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying they're both revenue lines where we,
Let's then equate what we just talked about with funds going to the food pantry. Maybe if taxpayers didn't have to pay so much in property tax, they wouldn't have to go to the food pantry. I guess what I'm saying is, why are we making
between property tax and sales tax.
We weren't.
I was
No.
just
We
looking at,
weren't. We were going to move 75,000 from pit closure in the highway budget line to the parks budget line. And we were gonna take revenue of 75,000 that would have gone into the highway and move it into the parks. So that at the end of the day, it's a wash as far as expense goes. So that all of a sudden you're not leaving Fred with 75 additional $1,000 in his budget line as we're going over to the parks line. So we're moving an expenditure and we're moving a revenue of equal amounts.
And we're just saying the revenue should be selling.
You are, we're saying property.
does it matter to you?
At the end of the day, revenues need to equal what the budget is. So it doesn't matter if it's coming, it matters, but it could be real property taxes. It could be general fund or highway fund reserve, or not reserve, but from the fund, as well as sales tax. You add up your revenues page, of which there is a property tax line and there's a sales tax line. And you have to offset the budget. We're taking 75,000 out of Fred's budget. We need to take 75,000 of revenue out of Fred's budget. And we're gonna move it into Pete's budget, and we're gonna move that 75,000 of revenue into the general fund budget.
Why shouldn't it matter to the property tax?
Well, but again, so we're reducing by taking it out of the property tax, we're reducing the property tax revenue. So right now it's at $1,074,000, so it's gonna drop just under $1 million, bringing it back to just a touch more than it was in 2023. Because this whole pit closure thing is a one-time thing. So it's gonna reduce the amount of property taxes that the taxpayers are gonna pay into the highway department. So if we can continue to get more sales tax and other things, it leaves less money coming out of the taxpayers.
Okay. All right.
The only example is
Well, we really just.
Guys, we need to get through this. I mean, yeah, but yes, I know the difference between sales tax and real estate. But, right, but Patrick, this is a workshop that we need to get through. Please understand, that's what we're trying to do. We have 15 more minutes and we've got one more meeting before we can actually, we have to present an actual, a budget to Gene by the end of September. So I've got 15 more minutes to get through this, okay, guys? That's what I'm trying to do. Where was I?
Pit closure,
Pit closure,
page 2.
okay.
Employee benefits now.
Employee benefits, somehow, some way, we saw a drop of almost 9%. I'm guessing no one's gonna argue with that. Debt pardon?
So workers' comp dropped off because we had some big claims that timed out.
Right.
I dropped, disability down, that's been up a little bit, and based on what we've paid, there's no reason to leave it there, so I dropped it. And then medical and dental has gone down a little bit, which is great, it's one of our bigger expenses. And, the other employee benefits, I didn't get to doing the cheat sheet for this side, but it's the same thing over here. That is the allotments for the employees. And there's also a little bit of money built in there. When someone retires, we pay out half of their sick time. So I always go back and look at the amount of employees we have, who's eligible to retire, and how much sick time do they have, to have a little bit on that line. So the highway has a lot of new employees, so that was a 35% drop.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, bond principal and interest,
And that's just what's on the bottom of it.
got it, yep. All right, we are on to page 3, which total appropriations, we're looking at a 7.36% increase.
Less than that, because we moved 75.
That's right, 75, yeah, minus, right. All right,
So everybody's good with that move then now?
Yes.
yep, yep. Revenue, highway fund, property tax, 1,000,007, up 1.3%.
And again, that'll drop.
Right, that'll drop. All right, right,
Yep.
yep, yep, Yep.
Quite a decrease in property taxes.
Exactly.
yep. Sales tax revenues up.
Check the allocation.
I will, because that should be a 65-35 split.
All right, and then chips, we are looking at an 18% increase here. Any questions on page one
Nope.
at all? Anybody?
Yeah, question. Interest and earnings, we already earned 34,000 this year. The balance is pretty consistent every year. I'm only gonna approve 30 for next year.
So interest and earnings. I would be more inclined to leave it. I'd be more inclined to leave it.
So that interest and earnings, everything rolls into that, even, that's all of our net cost interest and earnings. So that includes the interest and earnings on the reserve monies. We had hoped that the truck was gonna arrive this year, so when that truck arrives, there's gonna be $340,000 less that we've been hanging on to that we won't have, and we're pretty sure we'll have that truck next spring.
Okay. All right. All right.
I mean, if we were gonna sit on that money all of next year, I would agree with Patrick, but I'm expecting a $350,000 decrease in money that we're earning interest on.
All right. All right, so we're done with page, worksheet number one. All right, highway fund, page two. Let's see, revenues up by 11, almost 12%. And then appropriated fund balance minus 20. Are we still taking into consideration that 75, right?
Yes,
Right.
that has to be.
Yep, got it. Okay, all right. Any questions on page two of highway fund?
No, we'll just have to see what it, looks
Yeah.
like with the 75.
The fund balance we're using probably won't change much because we're moving the revenue with the expense.
Okay,
So
Right.
that shouldn't really change that much.
okay.
All right, we are now at the library.
So I just have one quick question on the fund balance there. So is this report correct saying that our fund balance increased by $273,000 so far this year?
No,
It says 273.
Where are we? You on,
Very last page of highway. Appropriated fund balance. line item.
I've got,
Or line 23, our fund balance went up by 288,000. And it's got up for 73,000. And the budget is down. This question. Move on.
okay,
Line BA 0511.
yeah.
If we did, that kind of negates the 300,000 that we're thinking we would be paying, out right this year.
That's not the fund balance total.
no, and I think I would have to go back to see what we modified the budget for, because so our adopted budget was 254, and we've modified it to 554. So off the top of my core memory, I don't remember what that modification was, but I suspect.
Okay. On to the library. All right. Culture and recreation. Go
So
ahead.
Patrick, if you look at that, it was an adopted budget in 2025 was 254. Modified budget was 554. That was taking the $300,000 from the truck, right?
Got it. Yep.
Before that's negative, it's an increase, right?
This is just what has been used of the fund balance to offset the budget. It's not a balance of the fund balance.
Okay. All right, library personnel services, we had a 6.07% jump. Equipment, same. Contractual, same. Again, contractual, same. Any questions or concerns about this one? Because unfortunately, I'm guessing it's another body, another person that's working part-time in the library. That's got to be where the bump is.
So I think I know we're just starting this off, but it'd be nice to see, like we got from the highway department, like EMS's presentation, like Pete has done. It would be
Yep.
nice to see a narrative from them. Because last year, and it was not their fault in any way, shape, or form, but the purchase of the program that ended up,
Yep.
and again, not their fault in any way, shape, or form, but just to see what's being purchased in there would be, I think, helpful for us.
So a narrative,
So you can go back to that, there was a lot of things around last year's library budget, I don't really wanna,
Yeah, we can,
I asked for.
I got you.
And what she gave me was, she gave me her, like, her library report, so
Yep.
I have that, and I'll make sure you guys have that for next time around.
okay.
I'm happy to be that person. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. State, let's see, employee benefit state. State retirement, social security, medical, dental. So total appropriations of 158, which is up 140 from 144. Any questions or concerns about page 1 on the library as we're looking through it?
As I sit here, just off the top of my head, we're using 41,000 in fund balance, library fund balance. I believe they're at 100,000, so it does give them still a reserve.
Okay.
No? I thought I saw the last report.
They kind of hit on that, balance when we had to increase the, employee benefit. So libraries started the year with just about 27,000 in fund balance. They may grow a little bit because they received a grant from the state that they were not anticipating, that was not budgeted for. And I can run their report and give you a rough projection of their fund balance.
So I'm looking at the monthly report of the supervisor library fund. Gotcha. Yep. Thank you.
All right, we're good with it? Good with that?
Yep.
Okay, all right. On to worksheet number 1, page 1. That's just, these are interfund transfers and departmental income.
We're done with that.
We're good with library.
Yep.
Gene, what are we,
We're at 7.
we're at 7 o'clock? All right. All right, guys, we're gonna have to pick up with the rest of it.
So we're gonna start with fire protection next
Yep,
time?
yep.
Okay,
Correct.
and I'm gonna reach out to the library.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
If we could just have a second to organize our papers, that would be
Okay.
much appreciated.
God.
Danae, thank you for organizing
Yes, this
the
is,
folders for us. It's much
Yep.
appreciated.
all right.
Hello. Hi, I thought that was you. It's nice to see you.
Careful.
Move along, we gotta get people signed in, move along.
You can still pass the resolution.
Use the bathroom really quick.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Peter. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's, yeah, it's an earned degree,
They're quick, fire protection.
an earned degree.
Great. Dripping with sarcasm.
Gifted, right?
Dick.
Good evening.
Okay.
Let's get this sucker rolling.
So it's like between the word LCLG.
How you doing this evening? How are you? Good, thank you.
Gio, good to see you.
I will make that change. All righty, thank you.
All right, you ready? Call the town board meeting to order this date, September 16th, 2025. All right, there's Messiana. All right, okay, all right. I need a motion to accept the minutes.
Motion.
Second.
All right, any conversation at all about the minutes from last meeting? Okay, seeing none, call for vote. All those in favor? Aye. All right, resolution for Pomeroy Marker Cemetery. All right. A resolution for Pomeroy Marker, whereas the town of Johnsburg has control over the responsibility for the maintenance and upkeep of Weavertown Cemetery located on Route 28, New York State. Abram Glusha, a veteran of the American Revolutionary War, is buried in said cemetery, whereas Abram Glusha enlisted in the Continental Army at age 16, February of 1779, as a private under Captain Hill. And as Abram Glusha was discharged from the Army at West Point, New York, in April of 1781. Johnsburg Historical Society wishes to honor Abram Glusha by placement of Pomeroy marker near the wooded fence along 28 surrounding the cemetery. Need a motion to bring this to the floor, please?
Move. Second.
Okay. Any,
I don't know what a Pomeroy marker is. I will
You've seen it.
freely, are they the blue
They're the
signs?
blue ones
The
with the
blue
yellow
signs.
markings.
Okay. No, I just wasn't sure what they are. I figured they might be the blue signs, but I try not to spend too much time in cemeteries.
The Pomeroy Foundation, we spend a lot of time. The Pomeroy Foundation is a charitable organization that supports historic markers throughout the country, but mostly New York State. And when you apply for one, you have to have primary documents, primary sources. And for Abram Galusha, thankfully, the DAR had accepted him, so we're in good shape for that as well. And we would place it inside the fence, so it wouldn't be in the way of the snowplow or anything like that, be inside the fence of the cemetery. Directly out from where he's buried in the back. And he has a nice headstone because of the DAR.
Yeah.
A few years ago, they did a program and, honored him and put a nice headstone in for him.
okay. You got a first and a second, I believe.
Yes.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, call for vote. All those in favor? Aye. All right, resolution to approve writing for smart growth grant for mine reclamation. Need a motion to bring this to the floor, please?
So
Motion.
Jeez,
Excited
Right.
about this
why don't you
one.
jump on it? All right, Town of Johnsburg through resolution agreed to close the sand mine at Skibo Park, effective December 1, 2025. Whereas DEC mine permit reclamation needs to be completed 2 years after the mine has been closed. Some of such reclamation is expected to exceed $75,000 budgeted in the parks budget. Whereas Lake George, Lake Champlain Regional Planning Board has verbally agreed to write a grant for the DEC Smart Growth Round 8 2025 for mine reclamation in the way that provides future development and in line with the 2040 Master Park Plan vision in the amount of $125,000, but not to exceed $300,000. Okay. Any further discussion or want
Yeah.
to, Jim,
Yeah,
please?
this came up relatively quickly in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Kelly had reached out to me, met with Pete. We went through this. I had a meeting with Anna. I know that Anna's met with Kelly and Pete as well, just making sure that we're not, that we're coordinating with other potential grants. This grant is specifically a smart growth grant from the DEC that would be used for mine reclamation. The budget, we're still hammering out the last bits of the budget, but the grant can go up to 300,000, but you need to submit the budgeted amount that you need to do the project. So that's why it's written as 125 to not exceed 300,000. It's a great opportunity, I think, for us. If we don't get it, it doesn't mean that the reclamation doesn't happen. It just means that we work within the parameters of the sum that we already have budgeted. We do that work, and you know, we have 2 years to do it.
I have two editorial editing comments. It's the Lake Champlain, Lake George Regional Planning Board. Just might want to
Yep.
make that,
Kelly already pointed that out.
might want to make that quick edit. And it says, whereas this aligns with the Town of Johnsburg master plan, that reads like it's a master plan for the Town of Johnsburg. So I don't know if you
Comprehensive.
mean the master plan for the park, or if you're meaning to say it aligns with
The
goals in the comprehensive plan. So I would
comprehensive.
say maybe goals in the comprehensive plan, because it really does, and actually reading through it, there's so many things that it checks off. And then I had one question, because reading through it, it says, the pages
What
aren't
page?
numbered, which is super frustrating. It says here, grant award administration, such costs are limited to 15% of the grant amount. So they're only going to take 15%?
Yeah.
Great, okay.
Yep.
Because it says that, and then it says 15% also here and there, but it's max 15. That's awesome, okay.
And the goal would be not to have Pete sit on a bulldozer.
Right.
The goal would be to put this out to bid to have the work done.
Which is awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I would say that for those of you who are not aware, Lake Champlain, Lake George Regional Planning Board, Allison Gaddy, who is on that, helped with the comprehensive plan. So she is the perfect person to help you guys work on this. It's excellent.
I think we got a first and a second, do we not?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other further discussion? Seeing none, call for vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you guys for getting this,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Kelly for bringing it to attention.
All right, next, resolution for fuel bid. Town desires to put heating fuel out to bid. Bid will be advertised in the newspaper, posted to the website. Bid opening will occur October 16th at 1 PM at Town Hall. I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Second.
Any other conversation or discussion around fuel bid? Seeing none, call for vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, pretty much same thing, resolution to authorize bid for propane. Town desires to put propane out to bid. Bid will be advertised in the newspaper. Bid opening will occur October 16th, 1 PM, Town Hall, in North Creek. I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any other conversations around this one? Seeing none, call for vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, resolution. So this is a new bank account. Library purchased a subscription to LinkedIn Learning that they have not been able to implement. LinkedIn is willing to refund $2,500, but will only do so via wire transfer. After conferring with Community Bank, the safest solution is to open up a new account that they can put the credit only status for the purpose of receiving these funds. This goes basically, folks, to what everybody's seeing in the way of fraudulent bank stuff. And so it's going into an account that is separate from every other town account. And then once it arrives, then we'll be able to move the money wherever we really need to move it to. It's just a safety issue more than anything else. Need a motion to bring this to the floor, please?
Motion?
Second.
Okay, any other discussion around this? Seeing none, call for vote. All those in favor? Aye. Okay. Resolution to hire MEO for Highway Department. Fred and I had this discussion. Oh, do we have a name or not yet? Okay, all right. Okay. Highway Department has an opening, expected that the new hire will take next available Warren County class to upgrade his license to CDL. Town of Johnsburg Board authorizes the hiring of at 2150 with a start date of September 8th. Need a motion to bring this to the floor, please? So we need to, we need an, so do we table this then? Thoughts?
So it has to be run through,
Well, and if I'm, well, and the only reason I say that, Fred, is if I'm not mistaken, we passed this the last time and the person was a no-show, no-call, correct? Okay. So why don't we table this? Anybody have any reservations on tabling it? Anna, thoughts?
no, is it just putting you in a bad spot? No, okay.
Well,
Okay.
no, but we're still October 7th, I think is the next, if we get
You
snow
never
in
know.
October, we got, ski season starts early.
If we have to just do it again, makes no sense to pass a blank resolution.
Right, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, so
Right.
table it.
Table it.
Okay,
So I'm-
no. Yep. Okay, so that's been tabled. All right. Resolution to authorize to proceed with purchase of tires for Highway Department. Highway Department is in need of tires for tandem trucks for the winter. Highway Department has submitted authorization to proceed with this purchase under state contract. I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
So moved. Second.
Okay. Any other discussions or questions about said purchase? Seeing none, I call for a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Okay.
So Fred, you aren't gonna need flashlight this year? Okay.
All right. Resolution to accept Highway Department inventory list. And thank you for getting this together.
Appreciate it, Fred.
Yeah, very much.
Yes.
Town of Johnsburg Town Board has asked Highway Department for a complete list of inventory to help with budgets and potential new equipment purchases. Highway Department has submitted a list to Town Board's acceptance. I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Motion.
Second?
Okay. Any other discussions or questions around the inventory list?
Just real quick, when it's blank and there's nothing there, that means you don't need it, or there's just a few that don't have the number next to it. I don't know if it's just, they didn't come
The
through.
cost or the
The
value?
cost didn't come through?
Or
Is
the
it maybe
value.
just, it didn't, it's just a printing error? Okay. I didn't know if it was like maybe something that you didn't need. Okay.
I'll leap lower. Okay, guys. Yeah, all right.
The only question I have, Fred, like on the rolling stock here with, like hour meter mileage on it, we probably should, if we could, add that to the inventory. So we know. Excellent, okay. All the stuff with hour meter mileage on it, okay, very good, good.
Fred, if you can get that to me, I'd put most of Fred's document into a spreadsheet or an Excel sheet. And if you get me that list, I'll just upload it and then share that with the rest of the board.
Very good.
Perfect.
All right, we have a first and a second.
We do.
Any other discussion around this? Seeing none, I call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution to appoint town health officer, which I dropped the ball on. Town of Johnsburg has to appoint a town health officer each year, whereas Beth Marr, MD, has expressed her interest in filling the position. This position will be filled for the remainder of 25. Board determined protocol for advertising appointed position will occur. I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Motion,
Okay,
second.
any other discussion or questions about this?
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you, Beth.
Yeah, my
Yep.
thoughts,
So just on pay, are we gonna prorate or are we gonna give her?
I'll fill you in, sidebar, okay?
It's a
All right.
donation, right?
Pardon me?
Donation?
Yes, correct. That's correct, yes. All right, call for a vote. Did I get a vote?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Let's see here, resolution to advertise library board of trustee openings. I think I'm gonna leave some of this to both Mr. Williams and Ms. Bauer. If you want to kind of go through wasn't this was about?
Yeah, this was, a personnel committee issue, and Pete's involved with that too. So we learned a little bit more about how municipal libraries work. And our role really is to fund the library and to appoint the trustees. So that is where this resolution comes in. The language, which I will read, is whereas the town of Johnsburg Library Board of Trustees currently has 2 openings. They are allowed to have up to 11, but in meeting with them, Jim and I talked to them and they decided they would have 5 now and they would like to advertise for 2. So currently has 2 open positions to be filled, and whereas it is the responsibility of the town board to advertise and appoint qualified individuals to serve on the library board of trustees, whereas before any appointment is made, both boards will consider appropriateness of the candidates with the town board having final say, and whereas advertising these positions will ensure that all interested residents have the opportunity to apply for consideration. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Johnsburg hereby authorizes the town clerk to advertise the availability of the 2 positions on the Johnsburg Library Board of Trustees. And further be resolved that such advertisement be placed on the town's official newspaper, website, Facebook page, and all other appropriate public venues. Jim, would you like to add anything to the conversation about it?
Nope, I think that's perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Move.
Second.
Okay. Any other questions or conversations around said resolution? Okay, seeing none, call for vote. All those in favor? Aye. This too is really, do we have the names of? No? 'Cause I don't have names on here, so that's why I'm,
That is my fault. I do not have them written down, but I can get them. Jean, can I email them to you?
Absolutely.
Okay. What I do not have for this resolution, which is to retroactively approve the library board of trustees, is we do not, and I spoke to Jim about this, we do not have the dates of the appointment, so we are going to retroactively appoint them. We're sort of fixing the spill.
Yep.
For lack of a better term, I'm stealing that from you, Jim. So we want to, again, there was a lack of understanding about how the relationship works. We want to start with a clean slate. Jim, would you like to add to that
Yeah,
discussion a little bit?
yeah, I mean, we met with the library board in a very collaborative way. You know, it's one of this board's, you know, objectives, part of the personnel committee objective is to just make sure that we're doing things the right way. So talking with that board and doing a lot of research, and again, Pete was involved as well on
Yes.
this, Anna involved. We learned a lot in that the town should be appointing the trustees, and the town's role is to budget the money, and it's the library board that supervises the librarian, works on program with the librarian and has that general oversight. It's not the town board's role there. So, you know, what we're doing is trying to go back and correct. We don't want to eliminate their board and reappoint all new. They're working well. So we're going to retroactively, as a board, appoint them as they should have been back when they first got on the board of the library. And then moving forward, they will, like the rest of our appointed officials, go on a list for the library. So we'll have appointed officials for the library, for the zoning, for all the other things that we have. Jean will have that list. She'll see when an appointment's up, we can advertise, and then the board can reappoint or appoint someone new.
And the reappointments would be based on them completing the tasks at hand that are the expectations of that Board of Trustees that Jim went over. But it was a great conversation, and I think we're all on the same page. So this is to continue being collaborative with them. So briefly, it is oh, we need to move it to the floor.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
So move. Second.
Okay.
All right,
Right.
so whereas the town of Johnsburg has a library board of trustees responsible for overseeing the operations of the town of Johnsburg Library, and whereas these appointments were not formally approved, and whereas the individuals listed above have actively participated in the governance of the library, and whereas the town of Johnsburg board desires to ratify and retroactively approve the appointments of these individuals and all actions and decisions taken by them while serving as library board members, and whereas the town board also desires that each trustee take the official oath of office with the town clerk to firmly confirm their services. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Johnsburg hereby retroactively approves the appointments of the above named individuals to the library board of trustees for the dates indicated, and be it further resolved that all actions, decisions, and votes taken by the said trustees during their respective appointments are hereby ratified and confirmed.
Carrie did have oaths of office done for the folks that are already on there, so I can fill the library folder.
Perfect.
That'll make it easier for the dates.
Great, thank
Yep.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, all right.
Question, how long is the term?
2 years, they said. 3 years? 3 years. Yeah, they said it's rotating. Yep. 3 years, 2 terms each. Yes. So right now it's Anita Abrams, David PD, Danielle Bonino. Pete, can you help me out with the last two? I'm sorry? Constance Fuller. Thank you.
Marla, yeah.
In 2 openings,
And 2 openings.
in 2 openings.
Okay. Any other discussion on this?
That answered my question. As long as we name the people.
Yes.
Okay.
She was gonna be.
Seeing no,
Help, yes, my bad.
Well, no, I'm just gonna ask you that.
seeing no further discussion, I call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we do have a floor resolution, and part of the reason it's a floor resolution is because of timing of this meeting and then the October meeting, we have to pay our Home Depot bill ahead of the next meeting, or we're gonna end up with finance charges. So it's Resolution to authorize prepayment. The Home Depot credit card statement arrived on the September 15th. First National Credit voucher from the Highway Department was turned in on the 15th. The abstract was presented to the town clerk on the 12th. Both accounts will incur late fees and penalties if not paid by September 30th of 2025. I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Motion?
It was first and a second. Any other questions or conversation? Seeing none, call for a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, yeah, but
Are we gonna have a discussion?
Yeah,
Is that
let's-
gonna be pushed?
well, want to do that discussion and then
Your call.
so senior exemption and, people with disabilities. There was a resolution that was passed last year, for senior exemption. Pardon me?
2023, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, 23, sorry, my apologies. In talking with our attorneys, we need a local law in place first. And Gene has done a fair amount of digging, and we cannot find a local law going all the way back to 1999. So we are in the process. For the next meeting, we will have the local law will be complete and written. We will have a public hearing, and then we ought to be able to have all of this, the resolution taken care of by the end of October. Local law, public hearing, and then once we have the public hearing, I'm sorry, Gene, what is the time frame? Is it just one meeting?
Yes.
Just one meeting. So we'll do that at the first meeting in October with the idea that we'll be able to pass both the senior exemption and the exemption for people with disabilities at the last meeting in October.
So we'll need to have the local law written to be
Yep.
available at the public hearing. Do we want to set the time at 6:30, the date of the next board meeting?
Yeah, well, we're gonna still be doing workshop on the next meeting, are we not? Or
Oh,
no?
that's right too, so. right
So
after
we
that-
can do the local law and public hearing and then do the workshop. Because the local law and the public hearing shouldn't take much more than a few minutes. And then we can get into the
do it-
budget
do it
workshop.
all at 6 and then we can
Yep.
go right into the. okay,
Right.
so we're s- I need a
Any other,
motion to
I
set the
mean,
public hearing.
Yeah,
Wayne,
there's a lot of things that we need to answer as a board as far as this, so just writing a local law doesn't do
well,
it.
no, the local law will be, I'll make sure everybody gets a copy of it first.
But there are things that we need to consider. So we have to consider there's limits up to
Yep.
50,000.
Right?
Do we want to do 3 sliding scale options over and above 50,000? So 55,000 is a 20% exemption, 57,000 is a 10% exemption, 58,000 is a 5% exemption. So we need to decide whether we want to have a sliding scale
Okay.
to our exemptions as well. Do we want to allow and permit late filing in certain hardship situations? That's an option that we have, right? Then there becomes some income issues, or not issues, but things that we need to define. Income is defined as your federal adjusted gross income. Social Security benefits not included in your federal adjusted are considered income, except where locally this option has been excluded from income. So there's some income issues that we need to look at, address, and make sure are in that local law.
Okay.
Either, no, we're gonna do the basic, or we're going to do a lot. I mean, as I look at some of these income things, you could have someone that's making upwards of $75,000 because you're not counting their dividend and,
Right.
uh,
Correct.
right? So So we got to be real careful and thoughtful in how we do this, so that, one, we're serving the population that needs it, but we're not extending it to people that really don't need it, right? So I think it's important that we don't just write a law and then have a hearing without truly discussing some of these
The information that was given to me, and please correct me, that it had to be done by the end of October. I don't know what the time frame is on this, so I think that's why we're pushing it along
Yeah.
for the next couple of board meetings. Is there a time frame that needs to be done for? It won't be available for this year's taxes. It's late anyway.
March, is that
Well,
the?
March is when they need to apply. They have to do it by March 1 with the assessor. So they have to get their paperwork to the assessor. I would say, I haven't, I didn't see, Gene, maybe you got more information than I was able to get just off of the state's website. I didn't see that it had to be done by a certain.
I did not. It was the information that was given
Okay.
to me
Okay.
from everyone that was chatting about it, that it
Gotcha.
needed to be done by.
Yeah.
No, I have not seen any of that.
I think it's important to have this done and on the books by the end of the year, so that as we enter into
Oh,
the
certainly by the end of the
Yes.
year, but I'm wondering, and Arthur, you've sent us a lot of information, you've been very helpful, we have a senior committee. Would it make sense, because I agree with you, Jim, and I would like to talk to the assessor and also as a representative of the school. I know this is going to be spread out the tax burden is very light, small, how it's going to be absorbed, but we still do need to talk to the school. If we were able to research, come back and all have sort of like the same documents in front of each other so we could talk.
Yeah.
And we used the next board meeting to talk with the community, but not necessarily pass the local law. And then we used the last board meeting in October. We're not putting ourselves in a bad position with timing of anything, right? Like, I mean, that would make me more comfortable.
Sure.
We've got rush.
Yeah.
That had to be done, so in order to get more information.
I mean,
I'm fine with the senior committee taking it on, coming to the board and making a recommendation.
and then us having some of that information in a packet given to us like in advance. We can sit and have an educated conversation, a discussion. And then when we do write the resolution, we're kind of writing it together. To your point, because it's a local law that's going to be impacting the whole town.
Every resolution I've looked at a sliding scale so far that I've seen. And I think it makes the most sense. But you bring up the points aside from the sliding scale are significant. We need to look at it.
Would you guys be open to helping with that and giving Arnold, would that be?
Yes.
Okay. And would it be okay be pushing it off one more board meeting so that we?
Just to get the information.
I'll get as far down the road with it and get it to the board as quickly as possible from Glenn.
Yeah, so that way,
Yep.
if we if we can get it done by November at least, you're saying at least by the end of the year, so we have a little bit of a buffer to do it right.
Yep.
And I agree, I'd rather do it right than
Yep.
push it.
Okay.
I think,
Yes, Arthur.
Right now, we have 125 individuals who are benefiting from the decision that was made in November of 2023. In November of 2023, with the boundaries that the state allowed.
Right. Yep.
Now the new law is up to 50,000.
Right. Yep.
So right now, we're looking at perhaps another 40, maybe 30 households potentially eligible. As we move up that scale as well as for individual disabilities. And the impact of 0.004 in terms of the property taxes.
Significant.
which is,
Okay.
As Jim points out, these are some pressures we need to have answered. And so this is the time we need to have.
Okay.
good point, Steve. Thank you.
So a situation came up yesterday that is of a legal nature that has put us in a situation the board has to go into executive session So I'm going to call for a motion to go into executive session. Oh, excuse me, I have to, need to close out the regular board meeting. I need a motion to close out the regular board meeting at the moment. Okay. All those in favor? Okay. Need to make a motion, need a motion to go into executive session to discuss a legal matter that involves the town. I need a motion to bring that to the floor. All those in favor? All right, we are in executive session. We'll be back. It was taken during executive session. I need a motion to come out of executive session, please.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to enter back into the regular board meeting.
So
Motion.
moved.
All those in favor?
Who?
My second on that.
Jim.
Thank you.
Okay, supervisors reports. All right. I think a couple of things stand out. Repayment of loans in the general fund to the tune of $400,000. That was nice. The interesting things that I found are the last disbursement for the ski bowl mitigation project. We're still waiting on the last disbursement, and also to last disbursement from the comprehensive plan. I think that pretty much covers it. Need a motion to bring this one to the floor?
Motion.
Second.
Any other questions or conversation? Seeing none, call for vote. All those in favor? Aye. Warrants, I need a motion to bring warrants to the floor, please.
You have. Second.
I don't know if there's anything in here that people have questions about. It's pretty, okay. Need a call for a vote. All those in favor? I did get a first and a second, did I not?
You did,
Okay,
yep.
all right. All those in favor? Aye. Okay. Committee reports.
No solid waste meeting, but I'm sure before our next meeting, we will have one. But, okay, and I'm gonna defer to Jim again for the highway. Oh, I'm sorry, Peter.
The shipping containers for the
Ah.
transfer station were delivered and set today. We now have dry storage for both equipment and tires and other things. Thank you guys for supporting that. It's going to be a great addition to the facility.
Our
Cool.
transfer station's looking good.
Yep.
It really is. We've made some really big changes there and it helped our community. It looks good, it's neater, it's cleaner. I'm pleased to see it.
Ms. Bowers?
I don't know what committee this falls under, but the Lake Champlain, Lake George Regional Planning Board is putting on a variety of free workshops for new and existing business owners. There's going to be one at the Ski Bowl Lodge, September 24th, from 10 to 11:30 a.m. The topic is capital readiness. So the workshop is designed for owners preparing to approach leaders. We demystify the income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow. And there's going to be so I have this up here, and there's also going to be one in Granville, there's going to be one in Whitehall, and there's going to be one in Lake George as well. So they're trying to do these throughout the region, and they reached out to me about having one here in North Creek. So if you're interested, please come up and get this. They do a wonderful job, and they're a great resource for small businesses.
Mr. Williams?
Yep, Highway Committee, I met with Fred. We finalized, hammered out the last bit of his 284 agreement. We did have a larger committee meeting with all the committee members there. Getting everybody up to date on the pit closure, the plan, sand purchase, the 284, the inventory. Just working through the budget process. Sewer, we had a construction meeting last Friday. Things are progressing. Keller is finishing up their work. They have pump stations to install now. So they'll be putting in the pump stations. Jerson will be getting delivery of the big EQ tanks soon. When they do come, you probably won't be able to miss them. 60,000 gallon tanks. So they will get set, put in place. So that's moving along. I want to say we, but the sewer committee, but really Matt Parabeck has worked on getting the letters out for the lateral hookups. The letters for all the properties, individual built-on properties have gone out. People should be getting that. We have about 31 other letters that will be going out to vacant landowners. So those, we're trying to get as much information and individualize each one of those letters so that it's easier for the homeowner to see, look at, understand. There's a state form, which is complex and crazy, and you scratch your head as to why, but that will eventually get filed with the county. So those, again, thanks to Matt for the time that he put in there. That freed me up to work on some other things. So that's the sewer.
Town of Johnsburg Seniors Committee. We do have a few things that we would like to have reported. The committee has sent a letter to each one of the town board members in support of the public property and programs for 2026 budgeting and for funding for the aging services. The committee has identified the major goals that we have that have been discussed for 2026 and even beyond. The committee has sent a letter in support of increasing the property tax exemptions for seniors. And on our AARP Home Fit grant, we now have applications and are scheduling home visits, and we'll start any home fit repairs in the near future. JCS Jottings newsletter started in September, and it will be present in each month in Johnsburg Jottings. And
That's great.
We do have an email that has been sent out. Dear board members, on behalf of Arnold Stevens, town board member and chair of the Seniors Committee, the committee is sending you our support for the budget allocations for aging programs in the public property and public programs. These funds will help advance the use of our senior center for activities and meals. And we thank you, signed the Seniors Committee.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do I need a motion for the library director's report? I didn't, okay. Library director's report is part of this. Part of your packet. Okay. Next, privilege of the floor.
Peter Horvath, manager of the North Creek Farmers Market. I'd like to thank the board for two things. One, I'm sure that Judy will agree with me. We're very happy with the support we've gotten from the town for Pete's Repeat and the furniture shed. Thank you to the highway department, and thanks to the public works. No, it's a long name.
It is a long name.
Parks. The other thing I'd like to thank the board for is the support of North Creek Farmers Market. We have one more market day, and it's going to be our first annual pumpkin festival. And we'll also have the dancing witches. So please come Thursday at about 4:35. The witches will be there. We're going to have pumpkins there. And the board has been very supportive of us, and we'd like to say thank you.
Yeah, please.
Hi, Nancy Bowden. And as a member or as one of the people who delivers Meals on Wheels, I just would like to know where Meals on Wheels or the meal program stands. Last week, the parking lot was full and waiting for almost an hour for the food to arrive from Warrensburg. And it was very difficult, you know, for a lot of us.
I will have a phone conversation with Mr. Taflin tomorrow morning. And then hopefully set up a meeting. Pete and I actually had a conversation and get John Taflin and D Parks here for meeting with the senior committee.
So at this point, there are no changes?
To the best of my knowledge, I'd have to make the phone call to ask the question. I was not aware of what took place. I'm sorry, I was out of town, but I was not aware that took place. Anyone else? Ms. Pruninger?
Just a reminder that this Saturday is the third annual outdoor show here at Tannery Pond Center. Out in the corner, there's gonna be 2 bands. Thank you to Pete and the gang for setting up the outdoor stage. He saved me from a lot of hauling and lifting today. But it looks really great. And we'll have some really cool speakers in here. There's 3 different educational speakers, and one of them is actually bringing a live lynx and a falcon and some really cool things. So bring the kids, take a look, but yeah, spread it out and spread it around. So it's a great day from 11 to 5. And it is free. Everything is free. There's also a chili contest. So come and taste the chilies and vote for your best one, or bring a chili, and everybody's invited to bring one. They can bring them before 1 o'clock. So come and have fun.
Anyone else for privilege of the floor? Going once, going twice. Call for motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Favor.
Aye. We stand adjourned.